The security camera blinked again as yet another nanny stormed out the grand glass doors, coat half on, hair a mess, face red with frustration. Inside the marble-floored mansion, chaos reigned. Broken vase. Crayons on the ceiling. Two identical angel-faced twins ducking behind pillars, their laughter sharp and mischievous. "That's the fifth one this month," the assistant muttered. The millionaire CEO, Ethan Brooks, didn't even look up from his tablet. Next. But the twins weren't monsters. They were grieving, acting out the only way they knew how. Their mother's sudden death had hollowed the house, and their father had buried himself in boardrooms and silence. Then, she arrived. A woman with a limp, marine tattoos faded on her arm, and a prosthetic leg that clicked softly with each step. "Name's Ava," she said, smiling faintly. "If I can survive Kandahar, I can handle 2 kids." Within minutes, flour exploded on her shoes. She didn't yell. She knelt, eye level with the boys. "Flour bombs, huh? You know, I've jumped out of planes." The boys froze, intrigued. Then giggled. And just like that, the war was over. Ava didn't play by the rulebook. She played by heart. She saw through the tantrums and the traps. Booby-trapped Legos. Smart defense tactics. Water balloon timers. Perfect coordination drills. She made them feel seen. At night, she sat alone in their room, studying their scribbled drawings. One caught her eye, a stick figure in a cape standing next to a gravestone. Written in a child's hand, "I miss Mommy." The next morning, she served pancakes shaped like medals. "Today, we honor your mom," she whispered gently. The boys blinked, confused, then moved. When Ethan finally noticed Ava hadn't quit, he called her in. "Why are you really here?" Her voice was steady. "I lost my brother in combat. No one helped his kids. I made a promise, not to let that happen again." That night, for the first time in years, Ethan stood at the nursery door and listened as Ava read a bedtime story. The power flickered one night in a thunderstorm. The boys screamed and clung to Ava. She held them close, pulled out a marine compass. "This helped me through dark times," she said. "It won't bring people back, but it helps you feel them guiding you." They passed it gently between their hands like it was made of gold. Ethan canceled a meeting the next morning, just showed up to breakfast with a box of donuts. The boys gasped. "Daddy's eating with us." Ava said nothing. Just nodded. That evening, the twins snuggled up around Ava on the couch. Ethan watched from the hallway. "They trust you," he said. Ava looked up. "They need you." He sighed. "I don't know how to be a dad anymore." Ava leaned in. "Start with showing up. Every mission begins there." And he did. Word spread when the boys walked into school on career day wearing Ava's marine cap and holding her compass. "She saved us," they told the class. Local reporters picked it up. But in the background, Ethan's board wasn't impressed. "You're too distracted," they said. "Step down or refocus." Ethan looked at his boys, frosting on their noses, spaghetti in their hair, and made his choice. The next day, headlines read, "Millionaire CEO resigns, chooses family over fortune." But Ava? She quietly packed her bag. "You're leaving?" Ethan asked. "I was only ever meant to bridge the gap," she said softly. "Now you're standing. But they love you. I love them too." But they don't need a Marine now. They need their father. Tears welled in his eyes. He didn't stop them this time. The twins hugged her like she was the only light in the world. And she walked away, steady, limping, but proud. Weeks passed. The house was calmer. Ethan fumbled through braids and bedtime songs, but the laughter returned. Then, a letter arrived. From a Marine rehab center. A photo, Ava with a group of veterans. Behind her, a sign, Mission Hope, Nanny Corps for the Fallen. And a handwritten note. Dear heroes. I told your story to others. We're building something now. A team of Marines stepping in where parents can't. Keep laughing. Keep leading your dad. Love, Sergeant Ava. The twins squealed with joy. Ethan framed the letter. That night, they placed the compass between them again. 6 months later, the mansion gates opened, not for investors, but for a backyard barbecue. Veterans, teachers, neighbors, and Ava, arriving in a dusty Jeep. The biggest moment. The twins stood on a tiny stage and recited. To the woman who marched into our war. And turned it into a playground. Who fought with pancakes and bedtime hugs. And taught our dad to be our hero again. Tears flowed. Ethan took the mic. She invested in hearts. And we're all richer because of it. Then, the twins slipped a pair of custom dog tags around Ava's neck. Mom number 2. She crumbled. That night, under fairy lights, they danced. Not perfect, but whole. And when Ava whispered to them as they slept, mission complete, she meant it. Because some heroes don't need uniforms. They just need love.